What's going on, guys? Your boy Joey672 coming to you guys with a video right now. I want to go over the 53-man roster, the likes, dislikes, surprises. Like, holy shit. We had a lot of shit surfacing today, so let's get down to it. I want to talk about, there's a few guys I want to start out with first. Now, we got Dexter McDougle signs an extension today, and now look, the nickel spot is very, very thin, okay? Because Patrick Robinson, Ron Brooks is out of the picture now, Rasul Douglas. Now you got Dexter McDougle, a guy that we traded. We traded Terrence Brooks to the Jets, got and acquired Dexter McDougle, cornerback. Now on the Eagles, he played Thursday night because I think he made a tackle 2 nights ago. But other than that, I didn't see much from him. I think he has the most experience, but besides Patrick Robinson, I think he has the most experience out of Rasul Douglas, of course, because he is a rookie. Dexter McDougal's been in the league for a few years. So, but injuries have held him back. So we're going to talk about that. He literally has, he pretty much, I say they signed him because they probably saw something in him. He might have not earned that spot, but it is a very thin position where, it's a very thin position, and nickel corner has been thin this year. You know, Ron Brooks, if he was healthy, but I think McDougal would be out of the picture. Since he's gone, I think we can get something out of him. I don't see why not, but at the same time, you know, why don't we give him a shot, see what he could do, and then by the time, you know, hopefully the season comes, next off season comes, maybe he would have progressed. Maybe we'll need him in a game. Who knows? Okay, so I want to get, you know, to that. Now, Chance Warmack got an extension today. I don't know how good he's actually played because I know he did play like shit the first game, but I know the first preseason game is the first preseason game. It's a toss-up to see how good somebody could be or bad. It could have been a bad game for him. Jeff Stoutland was his coach. The offensive line coach, Jeff Stoutland, was his, you know, his head coach, his offensive coordinator. His offensive line coach, Jesus Christ, his offensive line coach at Alabama. And I think they see something in him too. But at the same time, we're very thin. We need to sign guys, okay? We need to sign people. He's got experience. He started for Tennessee. The problem is that he hasn't lived up to his first-round talent, and I don't know what the case of the extension is. I think more likely it is because we need depth on the offensive line. It could be a futuristic extension to where we're going to be moving some guys around because Kelsey probably will be out the door next year. So that shit could probably happen. So Chance Warmack, if he earned a spot, I'm glad it's him. No, than some of these no-name guys. I know Gordon and a few other guys have been picked to do a few things throughout the preseason. Have done some good things, but Chance Warmack is probably the only one that's actually have done something. When he has started, he has made some blocks. He has made blocks. I'm not saying he hasn't. He's a work in progress to see how I think he just needs to be coached up the right way and see how he does. And so that first-round talent hopefully can come back into him, and we could see something nice from him, you know, throughout the course of the year. If we do need him, then we do need him. If he has to be in, then we'll see what happens. So I'm not mad at it. We have to do something. We need some stability on the offensive line, especially the guard position. So let's get to the next guy. We got Corey Clement has made the roster. Now, Corey Clement has been very good in preseason, and I've been very impressed with him. His juke, his quick cut ability, and he has made guys miss. He's always made the first guy miss in preseason, and he has done very well. I'm very excited for Corey Clement. He was very positive he would make this roster. I thought I was pretty positive to make this roster, but just to say it out of the box right now, 5 running backs is what we have, and we have 5. Okay, 5 running backs. So you get to Corey Clement and you say, okay, he was undrafted. We haven't had an undrafted running back come in here and actually put in work like that in a good amount of time. And he's done some really good things. He's probably been one of the best undrafted free agents I've seen him run the ball like that in a while. That's been very consistent. I understand he was with the third team, second team. He moved up a little bit. Got some reps with the first team. But at the same time, I wouldn't even count the Jets so much. Even the Jets game, the Jets had all their starters in last night. They had Powell, they had McCown, they had a bunch of guys in on the defense side of the ball too. So I'm not expecting, a third string offensive line to do work on a first team defense during, preseason. So Corey Clement, I think the ceiling is high for him. Starter-wise, I don't know. He has to work on a few things. He's great blocking out of the backfield on, any blitzes coming in. So you have somebody that literally can almost do almost anything. But catching the ball, being a receiving running back, probably one thing he has to work on. And maybe his vision just a little bit. But other than that, I like Corey Clement. I'm glad he's on this team. And holy shit, when we drafted him, I said this is a starting running back. But not right now. Okay, this guy down the road, I don't know what's going to happen. But we'll see what he can do. Because I need to see more of Wendell Small and I need to see more of the other guys. So we can go forth with that. I'm very happy with that. Tight end Billy Brown is another guy that very athletic, catches the ball well, route running ability is very good. But unfortunately, the tight end position is packed. Trey Burton he wasn't going to beat Trey Burton. That's not going to happen because Trey Burton is just, I don't think of Trey Burton as a fucking tight end. I think of him as a wide receiver because that guy is very quick. I could tell he's worked in this offseason and has done some very nice things. Billy Brown is all around a good player and very productive tight end. And he had very good preseason games when he had his chances. So he'll get picked up by a team. So I salute him, and good luck. Whatever team picks you up, good luck. As long as it's not in the NFC East, I appreciate it. And that's about it. So we go down to Donnell Pumphrey. Donnell Pumphrey has a lot of hype for Donnell Pumphrey and has turned into almost a disaster because punt returns he's been doing nothing. He's 170-something pounds, and that could be a whole chunk of the reason why he can't even do a damn thing because between him and Sproles has lower body. He has lower body strength. You can see his legs, his calves, his lower body. He's got a big lower body, small upper body. And honestly, Pumphrey just hasn't had the chance. And he's gotten some positive yards. I'm not saying he can't do anything, but I think that the coaches want to give him another shot. I think they're not going to... They're not doing this to give him another shot. They're doing this because they know the kid's got it, okay? He just has to gain some weight and work on some things. I don't know if his vision is all that great because I've seen some open holes where he could have went to the left. I don't know how good he is going right to left, left to right, running across the field, outrunning everybody. So he's had his chances, but the punt unit sucked. Hasn't given him enough time to get punt returns. But he's had a good amount, but I think he's needed more. Pumphrey, I'm very excited for. So I just want this guy to come in. He's going to be within a 5 running back rotation. It could be I'm not saying a 5 running back rotation, but he's going to be on this roster with 4 other running backs, so 5 total. And I don't know. We're going to have to see for Donald Pumphrey what he's got. I mean, he's got a big pedigree. I think one of the big pedigrees he's had coming out of San Diego State was he broke Marshall Faulk's all-purpose yard record. He had over 6,000 yards rushing in college. I know college is college, NFL is NFL, but 176 pounds, not doing too well. So, need to see more from him. I give the kid praise. I praise the kid. Want to do better. So, you know what? They might use him. They might use him in games this year. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. If he's ready, he'll be out there. So we'll go to that. Now, Alex McAllister, I know he's definitely cut. Alex McAllister is off. Has made some ideal. He has actually. This is probably his best preseason. He's a DN we drafted a few years ago. Was pretty much a project, and he's got long arms. His weight was not high enough as a DN. He was way too frail. But he was a science experiment, and he gained some pressure this year. He had some nice pressure this year in the preseason, but unfortunately, I think another team will go after him and we'll pick him up because I know he won't be on the practice squad of this team. If he does, I'll be surprised. But at the same time, he's gone. So Stephen Means got that extension, and I knew that McAllister was on the bubble. It was between Stephen Means and McAllister. So Stephen Means has got that extension. That 1-year extension now. I think it's done deal now. Now it's a done deal. So I already knew he was going to be off the team as soon as Steven Means got that extension, because Steven Means is very productive. Not the guy that's going to be the superstar, but the guy that's going to get the pressure and give and help the other players on the defensive line get some sacks, get some tackles behind the line of scrimmage. So I'm very happy with that. Now, Jaylen Watkins is another guy that I was hoping would be off this team. But yeah, I think there's one thing that saved Jaylen Watkins that nobody is really realizing right now. Not because he plays safety, but now he can actually play corner, because he has made plays at the cornerback position. And from those few plays he's made, and honestly, the guys that really haven't been seen is Jaylen Watkins playing corner. And he's made some good plays. Unfortunately, he's made some very, very good plays. And I am not busting him on that. I just think the past few years as a safety, he's horrible. He can't get cover over the top. He's not fast enough. He can't get enough field coverage with his feet. He can't do anything. So I don't see much in him. But if corner is a spot, he's listed as a safety. But if corner is a spot where he's being saved because of that position, because honestly, Jim Schwartz, as you know, likes safeties that have corner background. McLeod has corner background. Malcolm Jenkins has corner background. Now I think Jaylen Watkins can actually play both positions. Not well, but the safety position is not the highest peak of his career where he should be playing. I think maybe he should play corner. Maybe they should put him in at corner. I don't know. But I think that's a spot where I think that saved him morally. I think that saved him a tremendous amount. Being in that position than actually being a safety, because I know we need safety depth, which we don't have, besides Corey Graham, coming in, free agent from the Bills, and putting in work. And I thought he did a good job this offseason. So, everyone has corner background, and that's where it all matters. So, that could be it too. Now, Nate Gerry. Nate Gerry's another guy that we drafted, Nebraska. Safety, turned to linebacker for the Eagles. They talk good things about him, but I got to see him play. And what we did see was nothing, absolutely nothing, not productive, not doing a damn thing on the field. So they moved him to linebacker. So maybe another team will pick him up. I don't like getting rid of draft picks. Shit sucks. But we'll see what happens. That's pretty much how it's going to go. Now, you got wide receivers. The one receiver that I said yesterday that was going to make this team made this team, and that was Marcus Johnson. Okay, he only had 2 touchdowns in the preseason, but the guy has the size, 200-something pounds, probably 205, 206, whatever, 210, whatever the hell it is. 200 pounds at 6'1", 6'2", and he's quick. And he's very productive getting the ball in his hands. Okay, I know he's played with the 3rd, 4th team. He was playing very late. He got hurt in the preseason. He got hurt before the preseason or some shit like that. And literally, he missed some time. But he made up for it. And he had a touchdown against the Jets. He shows a lot of promise. I like Marcus Johnson. I'd rather have him than have Treggs. Look, Treggs had a good game against Green Bay Packers. Bryce Treggs got cut, just to start it off. He was already cut from the 49ers, and we picked him up. So any fucking player you get from the 49ers, you know what you're going to fucking get when you get him in here. Okay? So he played for West Virginia. Both of them played for... not both of them played for West Virginia. Treggs played for Cal. And, he was a speedster. He was a deep threat guy. He made one play last year against the Giants' first game. Other than that, he disappeared the rest of the fucking season. So when you get to this season now, this offseason, Treggs had a good game against Green Bay. First game, he had at least 100 yards receiving on 6-7 catches. So Bryce Treggs to me is, I'd rather have a guy that's multi-dimensional than one guy that's just a one-trick pony. You understand? With Marcus Johnson, you get the size, you get agility, you get quickness, you get good hands on the football. Treggs, he might be doing good in preseason, but in regular season, he might just be that one-trick pony. Because against the Jets, he didn't do shit against that. He didn't do anything against that Jets defense. Nothing. The first team, he didn't do anything. So that shows a lot. Okay? And I know Marcus Johnson didn't do a lot of good shit either. Okay? Didn't do a lot of good things either. So that's another thing. that's going nuts. That's pretty crazy right now because Marcus Johnson is he didn't have as many reps this preseason. Had 2 touchdowns at least. But I like Marcus Johnson. His size, his quickness. I think with a first team, he can actually do something. I'm glad he is on this team. I'm glad that they have him on the roster. That if they have to dress him up, he will go out there and do his fucking thing. Okay? Now, I already know Matt Collins was going to be on the roster. We don't need to talk about Matt Collins. He's been fucking crazy productive. Hence why Jordan Matthews was out the door and the young talent's coming in and it's taking over. So that's where it's going. But Bryce Treggs, I don't think that he is going to do anything in the regular season. I don't think it's going to project him to have over 100 yards receiving. I don't see it. I just don't. I saw him against the Jets offense, and the Jets first team defense, and their corners are fucking bad, and literally, I'm not seeing much, okay? And we already know what Bryce Treggs is going to do, okay? And I said, in the beginning, I said, oh, maybe he's going to, have a come-up year. He can actually make this team. But I think Marcus Johnson has been an unhealthy guy the past few, two seasons. So now you got a guy coming in now that's got a vengeance to make this roster, and he did. He made this roster, and I'm glad. Congratulations to Marcus Johnson. I clap it for him. So, hats down to you. So, Marcus Johnson, I'm happy you're on this team. Bryce Treggs, I think we just don't need Bryce Treggs. Let him find another team to go on and be a deep threat for somebody else. Okay? So we do that. Shelton Gibson has been ridiculous, disastrous, dropping the football in individual drills. That's where it started, dropping the ball individually. He was progressively getting better, a few plays better, not by a game, just by a few plays. Shelton Gibson, I don't know. Practice squad is more likely for Shelton Gibson if he passed waivers. Because it would be nice to at least have a deep threat on the practice squad to go against some of our guys. Someone that at least has some type of speed. But he's bad. He's run the routes horrible. Can't even catch the fucking football by himself. Individual drills. He couldn't do a damn thing about anything. So, dude, I was excited for him because they were looking at this kid since last year. And by the time the season was over. And they were looking at him for a while. But the guy just can't do a fucking thing. And he can't catch the football. He can't even run a fucking route the right way. He's only good for vertical route. He's only good at running straight. That's it. Other than that, you don't get much from Shelton Gibson. Run fucking straight, that's it. It's crazy. So, that's what I want to talk about. Is there anybody else I'm missing? Oh, I guess Joe Walker made this roster, I think. And Joe Walker he was more productive last year than he was this year, but he had some good tackles this year, but we need depth at linebacker, so I don't think anyone's earned the fucking spot. I think they just took the guy that was next that was better. And obviously, that's who we had to take. So, Joe Walker of the Eagles. Bradham, Kendricks, Jordan Hicks, Joe Walker. That's where it goes. Don Cherry, I don't know if he got fucking released. He got cut. I don't know, but Don Cherry sucks. Get him off this team. I don't even care about Don Cherry. Practice squad, if all that matters. So, whatever they decide to bring back, whatever. But other than that, I really can't think of anything else. But that was the top news. So, I didn't dislike this 53-man roster. I didn't really dislike the cuts at all. Because either we cut somebody because we're too packed in that room with guys, or it is what it is. There's just some guys I just don't care to talk about. I mean, Adam Zaruba, the guy, the rugby all-star, was athletic but couldn't do a damn thing. So fucking go home. The guy from the Philadelphia Soul that we signed at the end, whatever the hell his name is, we signed him last year. Actually, we signed that defensive end from the Philadelphia Soul last year. For that last preseason game, didn't do shit, got cut. Signed him again for last preseason game, got cut, didn't do shit. So, we brought some guys back, and, by tomorrow we'll see if there's anybody on the waiver that we're going to get, and we'll see what happens. Will trades happen? I don't know. We'll see. But this 53-man roster, I liked it. Little crazy, we kept We kept 5 5 wide receivers. I knew we were going to keep either 5 running backs. I don't think six running backs is crazy, but 5 running backs, 5 receivers. Yeah, 5 receivers, and I liked it. I like what we did. So that's my 53-man roster and what I think about it. And I'm glad you're watching this because yeah, this is where it's all about. This is what it's all about. When you cut those guys, it's all about the evaluation, how good they play in the preseason games, and this is where it counts right here, down to the 53, down here. So this is where it all counts. So I like what we have right now. So I'm happy with it. I'm glad they extended some guys. This way we're good. You know, they don't have to worry about them next year. They can stay in the lineup, and if they do bad, they can get cut. That's how it is. So they kept them guys on some one-year deals, some one-year extensions, and that's how it goes. So the one-year deals are all over the damn place. So, so that's about it, guys. So I will see you guys later. Joey Shake 72 out, and get ready for the Redskins. See you guys later.